Hello, everybody. Looks like Rumble's not working today, even though I know I set it up right. So we're just gonna let that go for the evening. So if anybody's over on Rumble trying to watch, just gonna pop over there and see what's going on. So grateful you're here. I'm grateful I'm here. I just woke up from a napadation. A rest is always best. And I'm going to say that it is integral for me to function often. And so I'm just going to pop into the live chat and let them know, hey, Rumble's not working. And it says in the chat below. So it's got all the info there. So, all right, Just Fritz, thank you for popping on today. Today, I would love to give it a few minutes and just drop into a bit of a meditation for everyone. You can choose to do the meditation or not. It's extremely beneficial for me, even doing it. I never practice. Um, I never go in except with an intention, and then whatever comes through, comes through. And Shay, lovely to see you. Grateful you're here, Sherry. And yeah, it's Wednesday. Hey, Enter the Void. It's Wednesday. We're midway through another week, whatever you want to call that, whatever that means. Norma, if you're watching, maybe you can pull the genealogy for today for the planets and stuff. That might be interesting to share. And I did ask her to pop in here a little bit later so I can ask her then as well. So for me, and that's all I can speak to because it's what I'm processing or going through right now. And it's just knowing that I am who I am. Hello, Rainwater. Nice to see you. I am who I am. I am where I'm at. And just being really grateful. The sun was out today. Just being really kind to myself. Extra rest is needed. Um, Not trying to consume too much right now. I'm not watching much. I find every time I'm consuming information, and there's so much information one can consume. There's so many modalities one can try. There's so many things to chase. But what's really important is what's going on within and how you're feeling and where are you at? Everybody's talking about, oh, the Schumann resonance this and the plasma this. It's all a matter of perspective. I don't chase the Schumann resonance to see what's going on. I always go by how I feel. And then I'll first go to astrology to see what's going on in my chart. Okay, that makes sense. Or I'll just ask, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way today? And there she is. Hey, Norma. Can you pull for just after the meditation I'm going to roll into here and pull up the genealogy for today for the planets and stuff? That would be fantabulous. And dun dun dun. Yeah, all the links are there. So Rumble's not working today, even though I know I set it up properly. Please go to Facebook or YouTube. And I know many of you like Rumble. So, wouldn't it be nice? Won't it be nice when we have our very own platform? We're so close. I think by the end of January, we should have it. And so that'll be profound because we're going to be able to have like live chats there, and you guys will be able to chat with each other there on the videos and stuff. So I'm very excited about that. And as I just keep processing for self and integrating for self, I can't consume. I used to consume quite a bit of information. I used to watch a lot. And now I'm like, "Oh, I can't even listen to this. No, I can't listen to this either." So what I need to figure out for self is, where am I at? What is going on for me? What are the emotions that I'm feeling right now? And processing those. And I'm way beyond giving a flying F about what anybody thinks or um what I should do or how I should be, and I just focus on me. I got this real me first thing going on. Me first above all else, and then it's like, "Okay, kiddo, what do you need? What do you need today, daughter?" Yeah. And so, yes, please like, and let's just drop in. Let's just take a few moments for ourselves, and knowing that your voice, your frequency, your humming, your toning is very, very healing for you. Hi, Cindy. We're just going to take a few minutes right now and just take a few deep breaths in through the nose, fill the belly, pause, and out through the nose. You can breathe out of your mouth if you prefer. This is the Fibonacci breath. This will calm your entire system. And I don't know who's been feeling more energy around their crown right now, but even as soon as I close my eyes, it increases. And let's just see what wants to come through today for myself and for everyone else as well that chooses to enjoy. For when we take this time and we turn off one of our senses, being the eyes, and we simply focus on the breath and we observe. We observe our thoughts. We observe the breath. We might hear some sounds. And I always like to come into my heart space. And sometimes you can tap your higher heart. Can you feel your heartbeat beating? Do you know that your heartbeat is as unique as your fingerprint? No two hearts beat the same. That's how unique you are. So, same with your perspective. Nobody has the same beliefs, values, experiences that you have had. That is why it is so always such an honor to connect with each and every one of you, for your perspective is always honored here. It's actually enjoyed because when you express yourself, you may see or hear what you say differently, and that's important too. And one can only really shift their perspective by changing beliefs. Now, values, let's talk about that for a minute. Beliefs are those things that as you grew up that you believe to be true for you. And I'm sure many of you at this point have a lot of new beliefs that you didn't have when you were younger. Most people don't really shift their beliefs throughout their life. Some of us shift our beliefs almost on the daily, and that's okay too. Values. What do you value? Do you know? I value peace, harmony. I value fun, playful. It's important for me. I've always been saying recently, if it's not fun, playful, and easy, I'm not doing it. I've definitely worked, per se, hard most of my life, and I'm sure you have too, to chase something that felt elusive no matter what. So why don't we end the chasing and begin the being? So I value my alone time. I value family, especially those closest to me here. I value good friends that I can be open and honest with, and they don't judge no matter what I say. These are the things that are important to me now. I value honesty. I value flexibility. For in flexibility, there is possibilities. And this fun part, well, that's no joke. I like to have fun, even if I'm laughing at myself in the moment. And so as you take these deep breaths, be kind to you. And if you're feeling that rest is about all you can do at this time, then rest. It is the time of the year. We are in December. We are coming up to the winter solstice in 10 days. From now until then, at least here, it gets darker and darker. And then on the 21st, the light begins to come in stronger each day. This is a time to go inward more. This is a time to not seek outside of yourself as much, but to integrate everything you've been consuming, maybe even all year, and process through. Some may be purging, some may be acclimating, and some may just be at peace where they are. All of it is okay. I'm finding in that chase, if we chase information and we take information too literally, and then we're confused, it leaves us in a discombobulated state. This is where being the observer comes in and just observing without judgment, without a thought, without the mind going a million miles an hour with questions, just observing, feeling it, integrating it. And as we possibly feel some tingling around our crown right now, let's just allow this to wash through the body. This vibration, tingling sensation, an increase of circulation. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So imagine you have this beautiful crown on your head right now. Maybe it's copper with crystals and it's magnifying. You do have neurons around the crown of your head. And those neurons that fire together, wire together, creating new pathways, new thought processes. And let's just allow that to float down and relax the forehead, relax the eyes, relax the cheeks, the jaw, the nose, the mouth, the chin, the ears, the back of your head. Can you drop your shoulders? Relax your neck. And just allow this beautiful energy to flow down and over you, cleansing and clearing not just your body, but your auric field, your energy field as well. There's nothing I can do to harm you. You're doing it for yourself. I'm just guiding you. And as it comes down over the shoulders, upper back, upper chest, down to the elbows on the arms, elbows to the hands, hands to the fingertips. And you may feel tingling in your fingers. You should do this every day in bed. Just run the energy through your body, realizing that it's yours. Let's go back up to the chest, the mid-back, your wings, the upper stomach, the sides, lower back, buttocks, hips, thighs, inner thighs, down to the knees, from the knees down to the ankles, calves, the hamstrings, down to the heels, underneath your feet, over your feet, all the way down to your toes. Can you sense your fingers and your toes at the same time? Do you feel relaxed, calm, And I want you to imagine this energy pooling between your feet. And then as you take a nice deep breath in, it's going to run up through your system in the core of your body, from your tailbone all the way to the top of your head and up to your star chakra. And then flow out back down to that chi pool. And every time you breathe, it's doing a beautiful cleansing. There. That's better. How does that feel, guys? You wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Stretch yourself out. Always feel rejuvenated and reset. And I always, just so you know, have some crystals around me. Whenever I'm working on technology, I tend to have be wearing or have. I've got some amber right here. That was a beautiful gift from Rebecca over in Australia. Awesome. So let's chat a little bit more. So we've been discussing the planets, planet. Man, even these words. So for me, a big landing information around Metatron's cube, right? This is where Metatrons, right? And so we may have a little light discussion about this, but I'll be changing this wall up anyways. I want to put my chart up here for you guys on a bigger scale. So we're going to get that printed out and upgrade my wall. And let's talk a little bit about some of the planets. So what is the planet for today, Norma Jean? And we'll see if we can get her to come in and actually join us today. And how's everyone doing? How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments. Was that meditation helpful? Did it help make you feel more balanced? Did I lose you all? Did you fall asleep? That can happen too. It's Mercury. Wednesdays are Mercury. How come that does not surprise me? So, yeah, awesome, Fritz. Thank you. And if you fell asleep, that's great too. You can just listen as you go. All right. So it's Mercury, planet. What is it capturing? What is it creating? Mercury is a big one for me. And Norma Jean Little Miss Enealogy Pro here. We're just going to bring her in. Do you want to share with everyone? Because I'm not even sure they know right now, just in regards to enealogy and what it is.
Enealogy was created as well from a astronomical understanding to understand the astrological wheel. So
Yes.
when we look at the planets, they're given a day, and they're given a day for a reason. It's because they coincide within the month of the week of the observation of that planet because of its effect on the astronomy level, given where Mercury is at, what's going on within that particular area of the cosmos, so to speak. So it just gives you an idea that even though there's so much more coming out about how to understand this place in which we exist and we're having these experiences in.
Yes.
As we gain more information and knowledge about just a general and basic understanding and fundamental understanding of how this came to be, to understand that when things became written, it became blasphemous, because that's how things began to shift in our reality. Because when we begin to write, we begin to manifest in a different way, which meant that the imprinting of what we experience started taking on a different way of formulating the materialness of what we experience here in this 3D earthly place. So,
and remind me, because Mercury is part of my, it's part of me.
Today's your day. Well, listen, yeah, you're 5 and a 7. So yeah, today would be a day of observation through what the genealogy was created for, because given the number sequence, given your birthday, is just, like I said, this is just a different perspective as to how Chestia brings it about through her understanding of astrology.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you're getting both sides of the coin with genealogy as well as with Kohyu, with both, because they present both sides of the coins in a different perspective and in a different way to understand the energies in which we exist within.
Yeah. So let's talk about Mercury a bit.
Okay. So what I have here is Mercury is the genealogy path 5, which is the analyst, which is very much what Mercury is. It's about the mind. It's about the thought. It's about understanding knowledge. So the cosmic, its day is Wednesday, and is celestial. That's the body Mercury, and the mood is intense. So
yeah,
when we're feeling these intense energies, just given what's taking place and understanding how the time was utilized by giving it a year, months, days, hours, minutes, seconds, then we begin to understand how it was formulated and created, and how the wheel came to be utilized in a way of what they define as magic. So the analyst is the 5th path of the genealogy archetypes. It was given its name.
Pause there? Yeah. Maybe you guys want to take a moment. Can you let them know how to figure out their numbers?
Yeah. So the day of your birth, like mine, 12, I was born April 12th. The day of your birth is your soul path. So 12, 1 plus 2 makes 3. So that makes me a number 3 on the genealogy numbers.
So it uses numerology, guys. So this is a combination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to know your destiny path, which is the way that people perceive you here, and the way that you present yourself to them, whether it be that you're playing a role in character given the environment in which you're in, which means you have those many masks, but it also produces the personality that comes along with those characteristics. And these are just the energies that we come to understand in recognizing what persona am I putting forth right now, given my environment, and why am I utilizing this mask, so to speak, because I do not feel comfortable in the environment in which I'm in. So this is one of those where you begin to understand how energy is utilized, where the form is saying you're either in fight or flight.
Right.
Okay. So when we begin to understand these energies and why we put those masks on, it's because we're not comfortable within the environment in which we were in. So we wear a mask so we stay safe. Because to a level, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So remember, guys, that these masks, that's what I was talking about earlier in regards to those beliefs. Oh, I'm not safe. Therefore, if I behave this way, I feel safe. Usually comes down to safety as a child or fitting in. Yeah, that we start these masks where you have a job, right? And you realize that, oh, everyone thinks differently here than me. So you mask up and don't reveal your true essence, true self, because you know what? It's not worth it. I'm just
There's so many reasons to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I always say I'm putting on my Powell painting hat when I'm going into to do that role, so to speak. So I look at it almost like acting at this point. This is how I act when I'm here because, hey, and then I'll drop truth bomb seeds along the way because that's me too. So yeah, it is, and it's nothing wrong with it, but it's in a way, it's still needed a little bit. Yeah, just so you can function in this world.
I
Yeah.
mean, it teaches you a lot as well. It helps you to understand how to overcome those moments where the truth of who you are for so many times you put on a mask for nobody to see you. Whether it was that you was keeping yourself safe, whether it was that you didn't trust the company in which you was in to know who you really are. Because so many times, at least throughout my experience, I come to realize and recognize not many people were ready for the person I am or was. They weren't ready to hear the greater in-depthness that a human being could reach if they were able to just express. So, of course, it's one of those that as I've come through this and I come to understand so much of this because I put myself back on that path to know who I am through all this, I've just come to realize everything is energy. All we must do is recognize those energies to be what they are, not us. But we use them as a utilization for whatever purpose and reason we need them for.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. Well, and when you start to recognize energies, you get this spidey sense, we'll call it, that just goes, nee. Oh, we know this energy. We're just gonna go this way, right? Or as I was saying, I was doing some stuff with my daughter at the mall of all places. And we were in this store. I'm like, man, these guys must be closing. There's something called the Hudson Bay Company in Canada. And it's like a really old department store, in my opinion, that is like even the merchandising it's archaic. It reminds me of like a bad Walmart, although their prices are right. But when I go through a store like that, I'm like, I'm on a mission. And for some reason, I was doing it counterclockwise. And then I could feel, I swear, when a camera was on my head, because it was like me, and was like, oh, they're watching. Okay. So even just being somewhere like that and just being really observant and then observing who was coming into my space. And yeah, it was quite fascinating. So, and I apologize. Go ahead, Norma Jean.
No, it's okay. Anyways, in order to get the next number, which is your destiny number, you just take your whole birthday, add it up until you can get it down to its lowest number.
The day and the year, guys. Month, day, and year, just like numerology.
Yes.
Yeah. So add those ones all up. So we'll use mine as the example because I'm August 7th, 1970. Right. And so as we add that all up, so August is 8th. The 7th, that's 15. 1970 is 27, which is a 9. And then we add the 6 and the 9, which is 14, which is 5. So you just take it and keep going and break it down.
Yeah, you're just breaking it down to its lowest denominator.
Yeah. And that's a whole nother show about numbers. So as you do this numerology and this eneology is like a combination. What was the other one that you said it was similar to? It's got astrology in it, numerology, and
Enneagram.
Enneagram. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. And there's so many modalities out there, guys. If one could go and just chase these different gene keys and Heart Math Institute and human design. Like there's so many. At the end of the day, we feel that what is the root that we've always gone back to? It's the astrology, and all numbers have frequencies. So these ones made sense to us because to me, if you can understand this, you got it. You got it all figured out. You're not like, I know Gene Keys keeps releasing keys. I'm like, what? Yours is a 9. Beautiful, Cindy. So your destiny number, how people perceive you as a 9. We'll read and BB's here. Aw. This is my mom's little dog, guys. BB, right here, over here. She's like, what? I can hear her. Phoebe. Yeah. She's a sweetheart. Yeah. She's got her coat on. You can take your coat off. And now she's going to get hot. So as you add those numbers up, so the first number, which is your birth date. So if you guys want to play with this, right? And we add it all, and you add, just take your lowest denomination of the numbers from your birth date. So if it's a 2 and a 7, you're a 9, right? For me, I'm a 7. And that's the soul number. And the destiny number is how people perceive you. That's your entire birth date. And I'm a 5 there. And so maybe it'd be fun to give everyone a little bit of a highlight on the different numbers, even just the, go ahead and finish mine first as far as the destiny of 5.
Sure. So the analyst is the 5th path of the genealogy archetypes. It was given its name because it's pervasive curiosity to figure out how things work, sharing many characteristics with Mercury. The analyst is quick, intense, and restless, with a very active mind, possessing the mercurial youthful presence and an insatiable curiosity. The analyst is also interested in collecting data. They have a natural desire to thoroughly understand themselves, others, and the world around them. Such inquisitiveness gives rise to a dual nature, which helps these visionaries not only see both sides of an issue, but also attracts them to the unusual information that most people overlook.
That's very appropriate considering what I was contemplating today.
But it does create kind of that division in a way.
Yeah.
Just depending on what the energy is for you while you're utilizing Mercury as a way to understand information that may be being presented to you, or you're looking at, or whatever it may be. So this is where we begin to understand how to find balance in those energies and utilize the ones that we know that if we get too far and too deep into something, then we tend to get a little lost. I know this. I did it a lot.
Yeah.
So, but it's also understanding that when you come across, like for me here these days, if I'm sent somewhere to look at something, then I understand, just follow what I'm being led to just look at, because there's something to just that part. The rest, I don't need to look at. It lets me know. I go back up. So I look at the index to see what, like if I'm reading a book or whatever, I'll look across that index and then something will jump out at me. I'm like, okay, I'll go to this page and look in and see what this information is, just like I have today.
Just flip the book. Oh, there it is.
So that's understanding how to utilize Mercury in an appropriate way, but not so much where that just that little bit takes you off track from only just merely the purpose of looking up something to understand just one small specific understanding of something that you were wanting to gain a little more knowledge about, only just to bring forth a remembering.
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So going through some of the soul numbers, don't want to give just the highlight, the first sentence or two. So I don't see anyone being a 1, but let's run through it, because as they watch this later, they may come to it.
So we got a 6, 8, 4, 9. All right, let's just go there. Give me just a second here. I got to go grab them.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time. Phoebe's being very good. Normally she'd be barky. I can hear Tanya's voice. I can't see her. Something's going on.
All right. So when we look at the path forward, this is the Maverick. Now, you got to understand, this is where the story of Rahu and Ketu come in at. So because path 4 is the north node of the moon, which is Rahu, and path 7, which is the I have to look it up. It just escaped me, is the south node of the moon. And so they really don't have a day of observance, because it's every night, so to speak. So this deals with the emotional states, given if it's a full moon, new moon, waxing, or waning. So your north node, and it just all depends on what's going on with the moon and where it's positioned, given what your mood is going to be, which with the north node, the mood is sensitive. So, but the affirmation is you're whole and fulfilled. The Maverick, you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go for it. I'm just replying to some of the comments. So
yep, no problem. I just can't see you, so I just want to make sure so I can't see your face.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. The Maverick is the fourth path of the genealogy archetypes. It was given its name because of its unapologetic desire to express its individuality, even if it upsets the status quo. Sharing many characteristics with the Rahu, the north node of the moon, the Maverick is very sensitive, patient, trustworthy, and has the ability to understand the unseen sides of truth. They are hard workers with brilliant ideas because of their unconventional thinking. The Maverick is one of the most persistent of the past because of their familiarity with the many unexpected changes that seem to follow them in their lives. They have an uncanny ability to undergo many stressful experiences without anxiety because of how they process emotionally. The Maverick is a creative and sensitive extremist who would prefer to be alone than to be misunderstood.
Awesome. Beautiful. So we got somebody that's a 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
Okay, that's me as well, the altruist. And so when we look at genealogy, the way that Saban created genealogy was 1 is the sun, 2 is the moon. 2, well, it's Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday is number 9, and then Wednesday is number 5, Mercury, and I think number 9 is Saturn or Pluto. I got to go back and look. It's been a few minutes, but okay. Wednesday is number 5, which is Mercury. But Thursday is number 3, which is Jupiter. Friday is number 6. And then Saturday is number 8.
Friday's Venus.
Yes. So when we look at this, each of these planets have a day. But the way he corresponded the numbers with the creation of genealogy was that he corresponded it with the days of the week to understand the energies and its influence, given where, like Friday being number 6, given where Venus is sitting in the sky. But because she was given a day, she has what they would say more of an effect on us as human beings at that time, given what she represents, whether it be that you're just so in love. Oh, this is going to be so much better. Or it be a woman scorned, and that's not a very good day.
Right.
So when we look at the energies, like I said, this is just a different tool to provide you with the understanding of the energies of a planet. But when we listen to,
that's really what I'm digging into, if anything, right now, is just, what are those planets? And Mercury's huge for me, the whole Rahu Ketu, right? Is a strong point for me. So it depends on what's really strong for you. And even just having these numbers done is very beneficial in getting to know yourself and then paying attention. Had I known today was Wednesday and it was Mercury, I probably would not have left the house. Although my morning went really well. The afternoon, not so much.
Yeah. But, Shay, for the single day, to know your soul number, it's just the day of your birth.
Yeah.
But to know your destiny number is to take the whole of your birth date, the month, the day, the year. And that's how you get your destiny number. You've already received your genealogy. So when we look at this, it's like I said, it's just a different tool. And when we come to understand why these planets ended up with a day, given everything that's taken place in and how they ended up with a day is to understand the stories. That's the reason why I tell you, go read about Rahu and Ketu. Go read about the Emerita. Or, go do as much research as you can to understand what all the sun signifies, especially for the written part, so that you understand where they've utilized the energy of the sun, which we are.
Yeah.
They utilized it in ways here to create and form the material existence in which we have been experiencing, but in ways of utilizing it against us or through us, or, because we are the energetic beings. We already come in with all this information. We came in with the written information too, you see. All I'm here to do is guide you into understanding what these energies are, how to recognize them, how to utilize them, how to understand when you get to choose if you want to use them or not.
Right.
So the most important thing is who are you, the being, the spark that you are in this form right here, right now, in this moment with us. Who is that amongst all this? That's the biggest, that's my purpose more so, is to help you understand the energies, to understand, to get them out of the way so that you may become now, because it's your time to shine.
Right. Absolutely. And I just wanted to share on my chart. So then I'm just going to show you how I correlate this stuff. And yeah, I apologize, just Fritz, you're correct. I'm going to stop trying to calculate people's stuff. And I'm just going to quickly present today's date. And let me just grab today's, there we go. Boom. Ignore the advertising. Can you guys see this, or is it not showing?
It's not up there yet.
No. Okay. Add to stage. There we go.
There you go.
All right. I wish I could get rid of the advertising, but I can't, so I won't. Let me see if I can go more full screen with it. I don't know if I can, but we're going to try. No, I got to stop sharing to do that. Okay. No worries. So here's Mars. So this is today's date for my chart. So here's where I'm trying to bridge the two together, right? No, just Fritz, you're good. I just shouldn't try and calculate. So there's Cancer, there's Leo in my second house. Go ahead.
Mercury's in retrograde.
Right? Right? There's a whole, and look at where it is. Dun, dun,
it's in Sagittarius. Well, you're Sagittarius.
Right? So this you can see, so then you start to correlate these things together and bridge them a little bit. So, and there's tons of, you guys look up numerology on itself. There's a ton around the numbers and what each number means and how you can support it. And then with the genealogy, and I'll take this down, but yeah, I would just be really kind to yourself right now. Be very, very kind, because not only is it like the darkest time of the year in many ways as far as going inward, right? You're purging all this information you've consumed all year. How can you possibly fit more into yourself, whether it be physically, mentally, or emotionally, when you're runneth over, right? When you're too full. So we've got to let go of some things. And this just helps me to go, oh yeah, I felt that today. Now, I didn't go into my day going, what day is it and what's going on? No, I went into my day with like, all right, I'm going to get this done today and that done today. All right, once those are done, I'm good. I'm done. I don't have to do anything else. Well, best laid plans, right? So again, when I'm on a mission and I'm getting in and out, especially, so I went to a big box store this morning, but I have that one down pat, especially when I'm all by myself, because I gamify it. I'm in and I'm out. I get what I need and I get enough, so I don't have to go back. Norma was laughing at me today about what I brought back, and I was like, I ain't going back till January, so it better last.
Yeah. Hey, keep it simple.
Right. And so then it just means that I don't have to go again. I have more time at home. I can do what I want. So, but if I don't also go and like look at everything and go, oh, I shouldn't do that today. It's just not my style. because I'm in control. Not a planet. Yes. Hello, Rebecca. Dun dun dun. She's in Korea right now. Talk about a circuit. Yeah, that one's quite profound. And so I can clearly see the truth now. So I let more truth and only truth come in. Yeah, it's quite exhausting. Absolutely. It can be. And that's why everyone needs more rest and sleep. Yeah.
It's that time of year.
It's that time of year. Plus, we got the bookends of the new moon, right? And as this occurs, like, whoa, we have a full moon this weekend. This Sunday is a full moon. Dun, dun. I
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
stop.
just look. I can only imagine. For me, I just have to express this. For me, since the last, what was it, new moon, to this point, has been nothing but just me just seeing and recognizing and understanding my role and understanding how I play parts in this. Not me, this physical that you're saying. I'm talking about the DNA that's coded and imprinted within me that I'm realizing and recognizing that I'm clearing through those realizations and recognitions, because I am remembering, because I'm coming back into my member. I'm becoming the member of this DNA lineage now, because for so long there's not been a body, as Chessie has been speaking to, and you'll come to understand that over time in the way that you're meant to, just as I am, just as T is. Backwards here. I hate that. So it's been, just very, today it was, as Chessie was even speaking in her live today, man, I was asking for some forgiveness, because some of the realizations that I came to and the recognitions, given some of the research that I was into, because I was led to this particular book that I was reading, and there's some of it that I even put up in the Telegram group. But, whenever I sit and I understand this information, I don't sit here and feel guilty. There are times I get a little frustrated or a little, because I'm just seeing what choices were made that I continued to make until I chose something different. And I didn't even have what I have now to understand how I did that. I just chose to start doing and being different. So when I understand my triggering, it's okay. There's something coming up. It's something I need to look at. It's not mine. Could be mine. I could have made a choice. Either way, it's something I just need to observe. There's something that my ancestor is coming through, because there's a coded DNA within me that's come up and it's going, because I'm going, that's not who I am. But there's a part of me that's going, somebody just called me out. And I'm like, I didn't make that choice. Okay. I'm getting this game now.
Yeah, there is a whole lineage. And, there's even sometimes where an emotion comes up and I'm like, oh, that is not mine. All right, what's going on? Who needs what? Why am I being shown this right now? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's just like some people find that everyone comes to them and spills the beans with them, right? Like, why do people do this for me? Or, why do they trust me? I've had painting clients do it. So it's just people feel better when they can be comfortable and be themselves and say whatever is on their mind. That's not happening very much in their life, obviously. And so just to hold that space, hold that container, and just observe it. Don't try and fix it. Don't try and rescue them. Just let them hear, let them express themselves. That's all we're doing in the membership, which actually we have a call going on here shortly. So we're going to be doing some deep diving in today on some more information in the membership. And my dynasty's DNA have been activated. I've been on this mission to integrate wisdom. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I love hearing about your travels, Rebecca. So yeah, keep us posted on that. And so when you come into membership, we're making portions of it very educational, but also you get to express yourself and where you're at, and nobody's judging you. might mirror a little bit and share a perspective because we've had that experience, but nobody is telling you how to behave. Well, we ask that you be respectful.
There are boundaries.
There are boundaries. But the whole point is to be able to come in and just be yourself and learn together. For when we get into that circle, that container, and we start sharing information, we're all learning. We're all gaining. And to me, that's the most profound part of it. So, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And I do believe we've got, not quite live yet, but Kohu coming up because Chastity has been struggling with them. No, she's not been struggling. Her website she's mastering getting that replugged in properly. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put up something on the website for that so that people who want to get their reading done can. Yeah. Huge DNA activations. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you guys are curious about membership, I know we've got another session. We do a live session once a month at the end of the month. December 28th is our next one. And we would love to host you if you're interested. You put your name in for a draw on the newsletter, signing up for the newsletter and the Adventures for Connection website. It's written right here. It's posted down below. And you get put in a draw for a free session with me. And right now, sessions are $99 as well for both you and I. You say the next part because I don't want to try and I'm going to confuse it.
It's $99 if you do end up being able to get a chart done. It's $99 to have me and T be able to come on with you for an hour. It's called Kohu Guidance, and we'll go through what Chessie has written up for you, or what your star numbers connect to and what they mean. And then T creates I
got some custom meditations to do.
Thank you. A custom meditation for you to be able to integrate this understanding, these energies of the color hues in more of a way that will be for your highest good. So that way you're not out here going, oh, I don't know what this means. What do I need to be doing? Oh man, I'm not. No, it's just unity.
I'm behind.
Yeah, we don't want any of this. So we want you to be able to just be with this information. Allow this information to present itself to you, because it will. It will present itself to you. And that's where understanding the light today and Mercury and wanting to know, knowing that these energies play upon us and they weaken us, instead of just saying, I will know in divine timing, for my heart will guide my mind in my understanding of these beautiful tools that we have to be able to implement to understand who we are in this place, space and time.
Beautifully put. Yeah. Yeah, that's me, Jason says. Yeah, that's okay. And see, and then Jess Fred says she went and napped for 2 hours, and that's okay too. You know how much you're integrating? So quite often, I'll wake up in the morning and I ain't getting up yet. And I have either a guided meditation, usually one of my own, or I will listen to a Chastia or somebody else that I follow, and I'll go back to sleep, but it's still going in, you guys. So there's different ways of taking in the information. I am unlike most. I have no idea if I'm unlike most. I can't sit there and just consume information. I need to be moving my body to integrate it. Otherwise, it's not going in. It's like it's all caught here. It's not going down in my DNA.
Go take a nap.
Yeah,
I'm going for a walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I can feel her. She's like, she needs to go move it, and I get it.
Yeah. Felt wired like it's a full moon. Do you know the last new moon felt like a full moon for me? And so it hasn't really stopped. So definitely intense energies at the moment. So yeah.
Oh yeah. This full moon may be the tip of the mountain for all I know.
Yeah, and for me, actually, one of my requirements for self is I need enough sleep. If I am not getting enough sleep, even if it means I nap twice in one day, or right, I need that. For me, the rest is best, but that's me, right? We're all different. I do not function on lack of sleep very well. Yeah. No amount of coffee is going to rescue that or tea, which I'm having right now. Yeah. All right, you guys. New moon totally felt like a full moon. Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to tap out. I love you. Yeah, we're grateful you guys tuned in. Any questions you have, there's a form on the website. So if you got something particular you'd like us to dive into or talk about, we're really happy to do that. On Sundays at 4 p.m. and once a month, Chastity will be on. And once a month in our membership group, Chastity is going to come in to give specific information for those there. And we are also working on the astrology course. So I know Norma's starting on the planets and just starting to really explain those energies, those archons, and how to get through it. So yeah.
Yeah, just go to the contacts page on our website, and that's where you'll be able to just fill out the form. Send us any questions. We'll do what we can to give you the answers or whatever it may be.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful night.